Evan, let's go to the KUAM News Zoom room. We're standing by. We have Hospital Administrator Lillian Posadas. Good morning, Lillian.
Hi, Lillian.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Guam.
Good morning. Yeah, we just got the news about the 30th COVID-related fatality. Can you give us, I guess, an update on the COVID census there?
Our COVID census this morning is 43 right now. Of the 43 individuals, 19 of them are at the ICU level of care. And of the 19, 10 of them are on ventilator support.
So, Lillian, it looks like we've had a spike in the ICU level of care for COVID positives at GMH.
Yes, we have. As it's been mentioned before, these individuals are coming in really critically ill, really sicker. And it's their respiratory symptoms are the most affected, although the whole system, they're all organs, but, with the respiratory system. And so many of them are on supplemental oxygen, high flow oxygen. And so, yes, and even on CPAP. So for those kinds of, level of treatment, we categorize them as ICU because they need close supervision, particularly with their respiratory system.
What can you tell us about the two most recent deaths, Lillian? Can you give us any other information?
The one recent as of 1 o'clock this morning, a 72-year-old gentleman, we received a transfer from GRMC, and he's had multiple comorbidities. And, with this multiple comorbidities, it just really compromised his respiratory system. And so, that's what happened.
Have you found out anything else about the 10-year-old boy who passed as a COVID-related fatality?
No, I haven't. I haven't had time to even, explore it any further. But I haven't received anything at all. And I'm sorry, I don't have any information.
Do you have any information? I know that you were working on the final agreement with the Offisland recruiting company.
We're still in negotiation. We're still in negotiation. We haven't yet signed the contract, so we are still in negotiation.
Mm-hmm. What about receiving any word on the possible extension of the medical team that was sent to Guam?
The DOD medical team, yes. We had a meeting yesterday with the DOD coordinator, and they are gonna, we have to submit our application to extend it, is what we need to do. And so Dr. Ogden is taking the lead on that one. But, I'm not sure that they really can extend it because we also have to do our part on a long-term, plan. To have more resources. And so, but they are going to consider that perhaps not so much extended, but do a gradual departure of the team, because we really still need those resources. They're very helpful in the critical care, the ICU, and in the emergency room. And, there are like 15 CCRNs on site, three physicians. One of them is an anesthesiologist, and one is internal medicine intensivist, and then the other one is an intensivist. So and then there are 4 respiratory therapists. So that's the team that's here on site, and they've just been working. We've been working them, and they've been helping us out, really efficiently and just intensely helping us out.
So that was like phase 1, I believe, right, of the plan that was submitted. And so it could go, I thought, the maximum that you guys actually could get more critical care nurses, more intensivists and physicians. Have you guys seen an increase, or is it just the same team that was deployed here from a couple weeks ago?
Well, they sent us the first half of what we had requested. And so they're monitoring on a daily basis our situation with our census and the acuity of our patients. And so they haven't yet decided whether or not they're going to send that second half to Guam. because again, there are other requests such as Hawaii and other states who are who have higher volumes of individuals who are affected by COVID and higher acuity also. So they're trying to weigh out and look at where really would they be deploying these individuals that really to jurisdictions that need the most help. So they haven't yet given us a decision in terms of sending over the other half of what we had requested.
And any updates on the SIF? Are we still really so busy at GMH that we just can't open the SIF?
Right. Right now, we haven't been able to occupy that because, again, with the staffing situation that we are in the process of decompressing our non-COVID patients, working with collaboratively with GRMC. We're providing them also with staff to help them out, and so we can decompress the non-COVID patients over to GRMC.
And when you say decompressing, does that include like the pediatrics ward, the child
The
maternal
adult
ward?
medical surgical first is what we're looking at.
Okay. But is that eventually, is that the plan?
The adult medical surgical right now is what we're looking at.
Yeah, right. But is the plan to also move? What's it called? The child maternal? I don't know the
Maternal
correct term.
child health services, not yet, because we continue to receive individuals. Particularly now, we're seeing laboring pregnant women with COVID infection.
Are you seeing a lot of women?
Not a lot, but we're seeing, it's increasing. One, two come in, and so with the COVID infection, we have to find a place to keep them isolated, and so their newborn, fortunately, are negative. The tests come out negative, so it's a good sign, perhaps, hopefully.
Have any more staff at the hospital tested positive for the virus since we last spoke?
Okay, well, about two more staff, and those who have been infected have been coming back. As of a couple of days, I think we have 8 RNs still out recovering.
Have you had any newborns that have tested positive for COVID?
No, knock on wood, unfortunately, and thank God we haven't.
Do you have the space? I mean, how would you separate though if there was a newborn that was born with
Keep them
COVID?
separated in the nursery. We keep them isolated. We 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 put into effect the isolation, measures, and keep the infant separated until we get the results.
I see.
They're considered PUI, because they're delivered from mothers who are COVID positive, and so they're considered PUI. But at the same time, we protect all the other infants by keeping them segregated and isolated in a specific area. And fortunately, thank God that these newborns are small, so they don't occupy a whole lot of space.
Okay. All right. Thanks. Anything else?
I wanted to ask about the morgue capacity. So, and it wasn't clear, Lillian, when we last spoke, there's that morgue, the container
Right.
morgue at the ME. You had said that was being used for, could you just bring me up to speed? Is it being used, and is it being used for COVID corpses?
We're using them for both COVID and non-COVID because remember these human remains are basically they're not aerating anymore. So it's not they don't have that. There's that risk of an airborne transmission has been pretty much I guess ended. But we do contain them in the I guess cadaver bags or we keep them separate.
Right.
But we are using it for both combination of COVID and non-COVID because our morgues have been full, and if the funeral homes are not available to pick up the bodies for proper burial services, then we have to use the reefer. We use the reefer.
Do you need another reefer?
No, because that has a capacity of, I think, 20 shelves. It can accommodate 20 expired bodies. Right now, there are 7 in that reefer.
Because the morgue is full.
The morgue is full, yes, correct.
Anything else, Lillian? Any other
No, ma'am.
updates?
We continue the fight. We continue this battle. And so, please, everybody continue to exercise the precautions that I know we keep repeating it, but, we have to keep repeating it. We have to keep reminding each other.
Right.
So everybody stay safe.
You too, Lillian.
Thanks, Lillian.
Okay.
Thank
so-
you too.
Thank you.
Alrighty,
Take
All
care.
right,
Bye.
Bye. 8:58. Let's keep it going to the KUAM News Zoom room. I told you guys to get your lawyer jokes ready. JK. Jackie's like, I didn't sign up for this.